COSM. Stock is capping up on some news earlier this morning, or rather late after hours yesterday. Low float, healthcare. Made some pretty big spikes, but can't really seem to break this 2.9 level. It's been in a pretty big downtrend the past month and a half, almost 2 months. So definitely a few levels to break. I think 217 looks like a pretty stable level at $3, and then maybe at that 2.9 range. I would say the $3 one is probably a little bit more of a range, and then 320, maybe the 287, but I would say $3 probably more so the level to watch. So we made a big move in the after hours, going from about $1.05 up to a little over $2, so about $1 move. And we've kind of been trading sideways, and we kind of opened up today high, but then a bit of a volatile move sideways just under VWAP, broke through. You see some decent volume coming in on that for another test of that 2.9, just didn't break and hold it. Pull back, try again with even more volume, but still couldn't break it. So now you're seeing it kind of retrace that move back to VWAP, and just kind of broke VWAP right now. It's gonna need to be above the open, or above VWAP on the open for a good test of 2.9. I mean, if it breaks that, I think then it's really a test of 3. There's a lot of range, between $3 and $4 for possible levels based off the daily. So, I mean, I think 3 is really the big level to watch for. There's probably gonna be a lot of short positions over this past, month and a half, 2 months from a downtrend that probably risk off the 3. So that'll probably be a big squeeze if it can break that with some follow through. Right now it's kind of showing a little bit of weakness, so it's been under VWAP most of the time in pre-market, so it needs to reclaim. And then on the open, just see some big volume. I mean, it had some okay relative volume yesterday, but it's going to need a lot more. I mean, right now we're trading at 14 million. So if it can reclaim VWAP, then it perhaps has a chance at the open. Let's take a look at LICY. Made some moves the other week, or the other day, on some news. It has a lot of volume right now, but really is not actually making much move. Just seems to be more of a institutional order. It pops up on the scan, so maybe it'll get people's attention. I mean, not necessarily a low float, but possibly in for an uptrend. On the daily, we just kind of pulled away from the SMA yesterday, so possibly see a move back up to the SMA today. Somebody's either dumping or adding in on this position, or gaining a position. I mean, it's a lot of volume just in one order, on just nearly on the open of pre-market. So it'll be interesting to watch. I mean, for possibly a move back up to maybe the yesterday's open near the SMA at 7. Let's take a look at VIVK, low float, gapping up on some news. This one has an interesting daily chart. Almost has a gap to fill. from 475 to almost 8. So right now it's kind of weak in pre-market, kind of breaking down right now at $3. It's going to need to basically reclaim 4 for anything of interest. I think if it can break 4, then you have another test at this 460, 470 level. It has potential to fill up the gap on the daily, which I mean is up to 790. It's going to need a lot more volume follow through, but it is a low float, so it has the potential to be more volatile. I think right now it's just really showing a lot of weakness. It's going to be tough in terms of possible bottom support. I mean, maybe the 2.9 level. It's going to definitely need to hold that. If it breaks that, then it might just fade back down to the level you have yesterday, or maybe like 2.5 rather. It's going to need to hold this reclaim VWAP for the test of that 4.6 level for anything interesting. I think it'll be kind of in terms of low float between COSM and VIVK, whatever gets most attention on the open or late morning for a possible move. I think both are worthy to watch throughout the day. I mean, VIVK definitely has potential for a bigger upswing move, just based off the daily chart, but depends on if it can get the volume and follow through. Otherwise, it might just fade and consolidate somewhere around 2.5.